वैल्यू है 4 माइनस एक्स। क्लियर? नाउ सॉल्व द इंटेग्रल ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर बाई 2, इंटेग्रल ऑफ 2, इंटेग्रल ऑफ एक्स, लिमिट गोज फ्रॉम 0 to 2, इंटेग्रल ऑफ एक्स, इंटेग्रल ऑफ 2, लिमिट गोज फ्रॉम 2 to 4, इंटेग्रल ऑफ 1, integral of x, limit goes from 0 to 4. Now put the limits. 4 square 16 by 2, lower limit is 0. 2 into 2 4, 2 square 4 by 2, lower limit is 0. 4 square 16 by 2, 4 into 2 8, minus lower limit 2 square minus 2 into 2 4. Plus 4 into 4 16, 4 square by 2 and the lower limit is 0. 16 by 2 8, 4 minus 2 is 2, 8 minus 8 is 0, 2 minus 4 is minus 2, minus minus plus here, 16 minus 8 is 8. So 8 plus 8 16 plus 4 20. Now the next one is, if A vector and B vector are two vectors such that magnitude of A plus B is equals to magnitude of A, then prove that the vector 2A plus vector is perpendicular to B vector. It is given that magnitude of A plus B is equals to magnitude of A. A vector plus B vector is equals to A. Then their square will also equal. We can write square as dot product of these vectors is equals to A vector dot A vector. Now A dot A plus A dot B plus B dot A plus B dot B. We know that A dot A is modulus of magnitude of A square. In dot product, A dot B and B dot A are equal, so we can write it as 2A dot B. This is magnitude of B square, magnitude of A square. It will get cancelled. So 2A vector dot B vector plus magnitude of B square is equal to 0. Now we want to prove that 2A vector plus B vector is perpendicular to B vector. These two vectors are perpendicular if their dot product are 0. So first take the dot product of these two vectors. So what we get? 2A dot B plus B dot B. That is 2A dot B, B dot B is magnitude of B square. Here we have proved that this has value 0, let this equation as 1, using 1, this is equal to 0, it means 2A plus B dot B vector is equals to 0. If the dot product of any two vectors are equal to 0, then these vectors are perpendicular. 2A plus B vector is perpendicular to B vector. It is clear? Now, the next one, find the coordinates of the point where the line x minus 2 by 3, y plus 1 by 4, z minus 2 by 2 intersects the plane. This also find the angle between the line and the plane. equals to p, then coordinates are x is 3p plus 2, y is 4p minus 1 and z is 2p plus 2. Now the point, let this point be A. The point A will lie on the plane because it intersects. If the line intersects the plane, then it means this line has coordinates that lies on the plane. The equation of plane is x minus y plus z minus 5 is equals to 0. Put these points here. X minus y plus z minus 5. 4p, 3 plus 2, 5 minus 4, p, 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 0. So we get the value of p as 0. Put the value of p 0. A is 2 minus 1, 2. So the points of A is 2 minus 1 and 2. Plane is x minus y plus z minus 5 is equals to 0. Now we want to find the angle. The direction ratio of this line are, the direction ratios of line are 3, 4 and 2. Now direction ratio of this plane are 1 minus 1 and 1, 1 minus 1 and 1. Now the angle between the line and plane cos theta is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 upon square root of a1 square b1 square c1 square a2 square b2 square and c2 square. These are the values of a1 b1 c1. This is a2 b2 and c2. So 3 into 1, 4 into minus 1, 2 into 1, 3 square plus 4 square plus 2 square, 1 square minus 1 square is also 1, so 1 square. So 3 into 1, 3 minus 4 plus 2. 9 plus 16, 25 plus 4, 29. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. 5 minus 4, 1 upon square root of, multiply 29 and 3. 87. So 1 upon square root of 87. Here is sin theta, not cos. Cross product में angle is sin. So we can say that theta is sin inverse. Therefore theta is sin inverse 1 upon square root of 87. Now next, this question has second part. Find the vector equation of the plane which contains the line of intersection of planes r dot I plus 2j plus 3k minus 4 is equals to 0 and r dot 2i plus j minus k plus 5 is equals to 0, which is perpendicular to the plane r dot 5i plus 3j minus 6k plus 8 is equals to 0. We want to find the vector equation of the plane. Equation of the given planes are this. So n1 is equals to I plus 2j plus 3k and 2i plus j minus k. Now d1 and d2. d2 is 5 and d1 is 4 and d2 is minus 5. Because the general equation is d2. So on comparing these two equations with this, we get the value of n1, n2 and d1, d2. n1 vector and n2 vector. Now we want to find the vector equation using r vector dot n1 vector plus lambda n2 vector is equals to d1 plus lambda d2. Now put the value of n1, n2, d1 and d2. n1 is I plus 2j plus 3k plus lambda 2i plus j minus k d1 minus lambda d2. So r vector dot 1 plus 2 lambda I cap lambda plus 2 j cap 3 minus lambda k cap is equals to 4 minus 5 lambda. Now let r vector is equals to xi plus yj plus zk. Now after putting the value of r vector, what we get? X into 1 plus 2 lambda, I dot I is 1, y into lambda plus 2, z into 3 minus lambda is equals to 4 minus 5 lambda. That is the equation of plane through the intersection of the given two planes. Let this equation as 1 and this equation as 2. Now the direction ratios of the equation plane to 2. Direction ratios of the plane to equation 2, that are 1 plus 2 lambda, lambda plus 2 and 3 minus lambda. Now we want to find the vector equation. Now direction ratio of the normal to the given plane is this. So the direction ratios of these are 5, 3 and minus 6. सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया, हमें दो वेक्टर इक्वेशंस दी थी, उसकी जनरल इक्वेशन इज दिस. देन हमने इक्वेशन फाइंड करी, इस इक्वेशन के डायरेक्शन रेशियोस निकाले और जो प्लेन की इक्वेशन गिवन थी उसके डायरेक्शन रेशियोस निकाले. नाउ यूजिंग a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equals to 0, 1 plus 2 lambda into 5, 3 into lambda plus 2 minus 6 into 3 minus lambda. Find the value of lambda from here. 10 lambda, 3 lambda plus 6 minus 18 minus minus plus 6. 10 plus 9, 19 lambda, 6 plus 5, 11 minus 8. So lambda is 7 by 19. Now put the value of lambda in equation 1. So r vector dot 1 plus 2 into 7, 14 by 19, lambda 7 by 19 plus 2 j cap, 3 minus 7 by 19 k cap, 4 minus 5 lambda is 7 by 19. So what we get? R vector dot 19 plus 14, 33 by 19, 19 into 2, 38 plus 7, 19 into 3, 57 minus 7, 19 into 4, 76 minus 35, 41 upon 19. 19 will get cancelled. So what we get? R dot 33i plus 45j plus 50k is equals to 41 is the required equation for the plane. Next question is, A speaks truth in 60% of the cases and B in 90% of the cases. In what percent of the cases are they likely to contradict each other in stating the same fact? In the case of contradiction, do you think the statement of B will carry more weight as he speaks truth in more number of cases than A? Let P1 be the probability A speaks truth. A speaks truth in 60% cases, so 60 upon 100, that is 0.6. Now Q1 is, if he did not speak truth, that is 1 minus P1, 0.4. Let P2 the probability B speaks truth. B speaks truth in 90% cases, so 90 upon 100, 0.9. Q2, that is B is not speaking truth, 1 minus 0.9, 0.1. Now the required probability. If A speaks truth, then it means B is not speaking truth. And if B is speaking truth, then A is not speaking truth. That is the case. So P1 is 0.6, Q2 is 0.1, P2, Q1 is 0.4. That is 0.42. Required probability is 0.42, that is 42%. 42%. A and B are likely to contradict each other. A और B एक दूसरे को contradict करते हैं 42% cases में. Therefore, the statement of B will not carry more weight as B can also be false. B भी गलत हो सकता है, इसलिए B की statement जो है that does not carry more weight. Next question. A school wants to award the students for the value of honesty, regularity and hard work with a total cash award of rupees 6,000, 3 times the award of money. Let the award money for honesty, let award money for honesty be rupees X, for regularity rupees Y, for hard work is rupees Z. Now it is given that total जो amount है award money का, that is 6,000. Next is 3 times the award money for hard work. 3 times the award money for hard work is added to the given honesty amount to rupees 11,000. 11,000. The award money given for honesty and hard work together, doubles the one for given for regularity. Represent the above situation algebraically and find the award money for each value using matrix method. Apart from these values, namely honesty, regularity and hard work, suggest one more value which the school must include for awards. So these are the 3 equations. X plus 2y minus z is equals to x minus 2y plus z is equals to 0. Now we can write these equations as matrix form: 1 1 1 1 0 3 1 minus 2 1, and B is xyz into xyz, 6,000, 11,000 and 0. Now this as matrix A, this as X is equals to B. By multiplying it by A inverse, so X is equals to A inverse B. Now if A inverse exists, first we check A inverse is exist when determinant of A is not equals to 0. So first find determinant of A. 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 3, 1, minus 2, 1. 1 into 0, 3, minus 2, 1. Minus 1 into 1, 1, 3, 1. Plus 1 into 1, 1, 0, minus 2. 0 minus minus plus 6. 1 minus 3. Minus 2 minus 0. 6. Minus minus plus 2 minus 2. Determinant of A is not equals to 0. Therefore, A inverse exists. Now, A inverse exists. A inverse is equals to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Now, we want to find adjoint of A. Then we have to find the cofactors and the minors. But we will have to use this equation to find cofactors.